Several drivers are kick-starting their runs, and RTM English finding another 10th through the middle sector, finding healthy time here for the Haas. It's 1.5 tenths in total so far, and RTM English could be looking at a potential front row start, provisionally, of course, for qualifying. Out of turn 14 he goes. Where will the Haas place his car? English up to the line. It's P1 for RTM English. 1:11.629. And he takes it on and takes it away from Corruption, who is on a lap and has lost time through the opening sector. Let's keep watch of his middle sector split. He's still losing time. It's going to be crucial. Bosmias is finding time in sector 1, but Corruption not gaining any time through the opening 2 sectors. And the final sector is where he must push hell for leather if he wants to fight for pole position. Finley mid at P6, so no real major improvements for Mercedes. Corruption to the line, not done it. It's not enough for Corruption. He did find minor time through the final sector. He's left the session, in fact, but it's P2 for Corruption. Bosmias is not going to push on. Seif stays P4. English is looking good here. Key P6. Koyi is finding almost 0.2 of a second. He's the next one. And Drippo. These are the last 2 drivers who could take it away from the Haas. Drippo is not on a lap. It's down to 1 driver and 1 man only. Koyi for the Red Bull Racing team. Will he snatch pole or will it be English? Up to the line goes Koyi. It's P4 and RTM English is on pole position at the circuit of Catalonia. Light rain the whole race is what we're being told by Haspew. Thank you. So, well, that makes it interesting. Again, it will limit the potential overtaking opportunities, but it will increase the likelihood of mistakes. 2, 3, 4, and it's 5 red lights here at Spain. And here we go, and it's go, go, go. English gets away nicely. Corruption, who is not yet in, is in P2. I think he might get overtaken here. He's dropping down, and RTM English will hold the lead into turn 1. Side by side go Koyi with Bosmias, and Koyi is up into 2nd position. Then the 2 racing balls of Seif and Corruption, who I think is back in. Lightning and Finley Middard. Oh, it's a car off. Who's that? That's an Alpine. That's Lightning. Lightning went off, and down the order he goes. Well down the order. Key and James going side by side and scrapping it out with a Mercedes and McLaren in there as well. They're all going at it, but it's English from Koyi in your top 2. Oh, the Aston Martin was pushed off there. Lewis. And there's also more going on. JB has dropped down the field. Lewis and Charlie Murphy, both Aston Martins, both Ferraris, are in trouble here at Spain. Grizzly Bear going side by side with Lightning McQueen, and it is Lightning up into P12 as he's just a bit squirmy on the exit there. Grizzly Bear, who has Drippo and Charlie Murphy for company. But let's go a bit further up into the midfield. You've got 2 McLarens, James and Toulouse. Toulouse just ahead of Obolf Racing. And then you've got Liam taking Key. Liam up into P7. He does take it in the Mercedes. And again, these Inters, it's going to be Inters all round. We'll double check on that because I think it is. There you go. Now, let's go to the position changes now, shall we? Get the telemetry up and get that off. So there you go. Liam is up 4 places, the biggest gainer at the start of this race, down 10. However, is JB. The Ferraris not looking quite as comfortable as Finley Minard and Corruption are going at it with Bosmias in there as well. Bosmias in the Williams. Oh, it's a bit of contact there by Corruption into Finley Minard, and they're still going at it. It's a 3-way battle as Corruption again, minor contact with the car ahead of him. But Bosmias losing touch here with Finley Minard. Down the inside he goes, and the Mercedes is up onto the podium. Finley Minard taking Bosmias, who is under attack from Corruption. Corruption going through, and round the outside he goes. Bosmias wants to make a late move down the inside, but can't hold on to it. Let's see then as we've got Liam all over Seif. Liam's had a fantastic getaway, up 4, and he's trying to make it 5 on the inside of Seif. What a start to the race from Liam. He is up 5 spots, up into P6. Are still out there, but we're going to drop back because Liam on the inside of Bosmias. He's going to go for it again. Easy got himself a chance here, Liam. And he's going to go round the outside. He's trying to fight this one with the Williams. But who will scrap it out the most? Are still going at it. Just about enough room on the exit for Liam. And will he have a look on the inside of the Williams? Not quite. Oh, it's a mistake. Bosnius makes an error, and through goes Liam up into the top 5. Here's Liam as we'll drop down the field. Tolu on the inside of both. They are going to go side by side, running down into turn 4. And has Tolu got himself a move up into the top 10? Yes, he does. Oh, bit of contact, but he's up the order. And yellow flags. It's Corruption. Corruption makes a mistake. And Liam is up at a 4th position. And let's go towards JB as he's just closing in at 2 tenths towards Lightning. And Lightning there with an incredibly wide line. And JB, as a result, does take the place up at a P16. As Corruption is in. And yellow flags. What's happened here? Liam is going... Liam looks like he's going slowly. Liam's gone slowly. He's made a mistake. He's P5. And Liam is down behind Key and Tolu, and this is major. This is not expected. Tolu and Key going side by side almost. But Liam has made a mistake. He's got damage as well. Front wing damage for Liam. And he has made a blunder. He's going to drop down behind Obolf Racing. One of the two, I think, had to have happened there. Because I can't imagine contact with another driver, as our RTM English is not in the net race lead. Koyi has taken that on. Let's get the tyre situation on for you there. So Koyi is ahead of Finley Millard and RTM English. Down to P6 he goes. English is now net P3. He was net P1, don't forget, a few laps ago. Also, might I add, Grizzly Bear has opted for the hard compound tyre. Not too sure if that's going to work for the Kicksauber, but that's what he's gone on to. And he's now battling with Lightning. And Lightning has decided to do a little bit of a switchback to take over P13. We're going to go towards the front. English is closing and closing. 1.5 tenths back. If there's ever a time to make a move, it is now. Into turn 1. Down the inside. What a move from RTM English. He's up into 2nd. Finley Millard loses out. And RTM English continues to fly here at Spain. And back up onto the front row. Koyi 1 second ahead. RTM English looking good. And Corruption going down the inside of Finley Millard. And that's a big move for the Racing Bulls. Up onto the podium. Finley battles it back on the inside. Not quite there for him. Corruption is now up into 3rd place. And Finley Millard wants something to happen. He is pitting. What tyre? Well, it must be the Inter, surely, to run to the end. It's not heavy enough for 4 wets, and it's not dry conditions. So let's see Finley Millard, surely, and it is going to be another set of the Inters. To run himself to the end of the race, surely, Finley Millard is on to another set of Inters, unless he's thinking to box again, but I cannot see it. The only problem I am seeing with Finley Millard making the stop is traffic. And one man who is surely just going to let him go by is his own teammate, namely Liam, who is about a second ahead of him. JB is in there as well. But let's watch if Finley Millard can make some moves then. He's going to catch up towards his teammate, who again, I do not expect Liam to try and fight it at all. Let's go towards Obolf. He is back there, 1 tenth off. He's going to have a look on the inside of Drippo. The Ferrari trying to hold out, but they are going to run side by side. But the advantage on the traction is for the Ferrari, as Finley Millard indeed does take Liam, and up into P13 he goes. That could potentially be a net race lead on for Finley Millard as well, if he could pull a couple of laps together. That will make it interesting. Do the likes of Koyi in particular, and also Corruption and English, do they react or not? Well, yep, they do. Koyi is deciding he has to pull the plug. He has to make a pit stop. English not pitting. Corruption's doing the opposite. We did suggest it could happen. And Corruption is into the pits for the Racing Bulls team. And it'll be Inters to the end now for him. RTM English, the last of the big 4 to make a pit stop here. As Strippo, with that penalty, oh, very wide there is Key. And Koyi down the inside on safe and up into P6 he goes. Koyi making moves, a net race leader, and Koyi having to fight this one, and now down around the outside on Key. He is up there. Koyi is certainly flying here. Is he going to be the potential race winner? Well, he's on course for it, unless somebody, namely Corruption or English. Finley Millard, I've got to say, he had himself a chance, but that undercut has not worked out for him. He is behind Corruption, who is on 2-lap fresher tyres. It's looking brilliant, isn't it, for Corruption? But it's looking even better right now for Koyi. He's taken the Ferrari. He's up into the top 4. And net race leader, RTM English, into the pits. Pole position, don't forget, for RTM English. He was dominating the early stages before the first pit stops. And now he is in. Where will he be out? Koyi is going to take over. He will be your race leader now, Koyi, again in this race. English, how far down will he fall? He's going to be battling. It's going to be close. They're all going to be close. RTM English, what's going on? And English has a bit of contact with English. He's down. Corruption, Finley Minard, and going at it. Finley Minard on the outside. Corruption helps himself and stays ahead. Crucially for him, but RTM English now is behind a pair of them. Tolu taking Seif up into P3, but it's looking really, really strong here for Koyi, the Red Bull Racing team. I mean, the only way they don't win this is if their tyres fall apart. Finley Minard on Seif, taking the place up into P5 he goes. So other drivers will still need to pit here. Corruption taking the place of Tolu as well. And Corruption up into the podium places. But the thing is for them, Key is a teammate of Koyi. Key is going to fight this one. Hell for leather. Corruption needs to do something big to make a move unless Key pits on this lap. Corruption hit English, thank you, Kajin. So obviously that will be dealt with by the stewards later on. But Tolu, Finley Minard going side by side. Has Finley Minard got the pace? Tolu continuing to scrap it out. Tolu stays ahead of Finley Minard. Is he close enough? No, he's not. Yellow flags for McLaren. That's Tolu into the wall. So Tolu, that's big. And RTM English. English is ahead of Finley Minard, by the way. He's up into P4 now. I do wonder, did anything happen potentially with Finley Minard, Tolu, English? Maybe. How did Tolu end up in the wall? Well, that's the question. Corruption taking Key and up into second. He's got the move. 4 seconds to Koyi. 1 lap fresher tyres. The top 4 I'm talking about is the current top 4 as well, who have actually dominated this race. Striopolo making a move on James up into P9. Charlie Murphy with a time penalty, 3 seconds going his way. Right, let's go further down. What's happened here? Lewis is round. He's got a puncture. Lewis has got a puncture. 12 laps on the Inters. Well, that doesn't fare well for some of the drivers out here. So Tolu lets James go by, but it's now got to defend from Liam. Here we go. Liam going to have a look on the inside, trying to force a mistake for Tolu. He knew what was going on there. Tolu struggling on the tyres. Same tyre life as Lewis, albeit not with a tyre puncture. And Liam round the outside of the McLaren. They are still going and scrapping it out into turn 4 they go. And it looks like Tolu holding it on. Liam is still there. A little bit of contact between the pairing. Yellow flags for an Aston Martin. That's Lewis again. No need to worry. They're still continuing at it. And off goes Liam. Liam went slightly off track. And what's happened there? Tolu's off. Tolu's into the wall. Don't tell me he's got a puncture as well. It doesn't look like it. And into the pits goes Koyi. We were suggesting it could happen, and that is exactly what is occurring. Koyi is at the miss. 10-second penalty for Koyi. Massive moment here at Spain. Koyi, who was potentially on for a win, pitting at a 10-second time penalty, heading his way. That is mega and major for Koyi and for Red Bull, showcasing there is some strong pace there. Speaking of which, Koyi looking down the inside of Bosmia's 1/10 a gap. He's all over him, and he should get the move done, and there you go. Down the inside goes Koyi and back up onto the podium places. Is there a chance of Mercedes having a look? He's going to go down the inside, Finley Minard, and he does take home P8, taking it away from the Red Bull. He can still get himself up into the top 5. Who knows? Can he even close the gap to Bosman's? Down the inside on Seif as well. And has he got himself the place around the outside? There's a slip there for Key. Key makes a mistake. Finley Minard up into P7. Here we go, look. Finley Minard is going to look for the switchback round the outside, all the way round at turn 3. or even the inside line. Has he got himself a pinch of an opportunity? He's going to go for it down the inside. A little bit squirmy. A Ferrari off in the distance. Down the inside goes Finley Millard. Up ahead of James. Has he got it done through turn 4? Yes, he does. Oh, betcha. Finley Millard up into P6. And he does take the McLaren, who drops down to 7th. Here comes Finley Millard. Finley Millard, has he got himself the chance to make a move for 5th? Round the outside, the long way round. What a move! Finley Millard, he's up into P5. Superb through turns 1 and 2. And Millard takes it away from the Williams. But we're going to go towards the front because what's happened to English? He's dropping down towards behind Koyi, but Corruption, round turn 14, Corruption hold on, he wins the Spanish Grand Prix, back-to-back wins, RTM English takes home 2nd, Koyi recovers to 3rd place for the Red Bull. So it was a great strategy in the end, just that 10-second penalty has cost him. Bosmius takes home P4 for the Williams. Finley Millard will take home 5th for the Mercedes. O'Bolf holds on to 6th. Superb defence from him. James in 7th. Leonard Seif in 8th. Key P9. JB in P10. Liam in P11. Tolu will take home P12 for the McLaren. It will still be points going his way as we just wait to see his car go through. We'll take a little bit of time. Here we go. Up to the line he goes. It's P12 for Tolu. Lightning has set a purple middle sector as Drippo is struggling and went off in the gravel. He needs to make sure he doesn't lose out to Lewis here, which he might do. Lightning then is going to finish in P13. And Drippo has completely stalled his car. And there you go, fastest lap on the final lap for Lightning, 21.9. Drippo, well, that's his race done. Lewis is going to stay in P15 because he's been lapped. There you go. Obviously, he did have a puncture earlier on. So Lewis will take P15, and Drippo, even though he is just lingering down with a puncture,